In this video series, I'm showing you how to set up Centrify MFA for AWS WorkSpaces. This is the basic setup video, and in the previous video we verified prerequisites. So we have a Centrify tenant already running, and in the previous video we set up our security group for the Centrify connector, and we started the setup for a directory. So we have our directory here. Notice that is active, but the first thing needs to happen is that we register the directory. So we're going to go ahead and register it. Right, so in this case I'm not interested in WorkDocs, so I'm going to just register it right here. So once it's registered, we should be fine here. But one thing to note is that when this directory was set up, right, pieces of information that we need to keep in mind: this DNS addresses are the IP addresses for the domain controllers for this particular simple ID. Right. Another thing that was also created was an additional security group that was created when the directory was provisioned. So this is the security group that was created. Notice that there's another security group for the workspaces. So from a communications perspective, our connectors need to be able to talk Active Directory, including DNS, of course, Kerberos, right, LDAP, secure LDAP, and all that nice stuff, as well as global catalog. Connectors need to talk to this controllers, right? Also, we need to talk to be able to talk over DNS and HTTPS and TCP 8443. Those details are in the blog. But what we're going to do here is we're going to allow communication between the security group for the connectors and these two security groups. I'm going to simplify things. So I'm going to pick this group here, and I'm going to edit, right? And I happen to know by the description, so I'm going to just add a rule, and I'm going to just do all traffic. So I'm going to allow all traffic from D- these two security groups here. So now what's going to happen is I need to provide bi-directional communication. So I need to allow now communication inbound from the security group to these two security groups here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the name of the security group for the connectors. Right, and this is you definitely, when you're doing this in production, you want to allow only the minimum set of ports. I'm just trying to simplify my life here. So I'm going to just edit, and I'm going to add a rule, and this is going to be all ports from here, right? And I'm going to repeat the same process for the workspaces as well. So this is going to be all ports from here. So what we have here is bi-directional communication between the security group that will contain the Centrify connector and the security group that contains the domain controllers and the workspaces.